Hey there, and welcome to San Francisco International Airport for another trip report. Today, I'm flying Southwest Airlines from San Francisco down to Burbank on board one of their Boeing 737-700s. San Francisco Airport consists of 4 terminals, with terminals 1, 2, and 3, and the International Terminal. There are 7 different concourses across the terminals named A through G, all arranged in a ring around the main drop-off and pickup ring road. Southwest uses Terminal 1, also known as the Harvey Milk Terminal, with their check-in area located near Door 2. Terminal 1 recently underwent a major renovation project, with the first phase of the redevelopment opening in 2019, and the final phase in June of 2024. The terminal, both pre- and post-security, has been fully redone, with a new, modern check-in lobby, security checkpoint, and 20 boarding gates, as well as post-security connector walkways to the adjacent International Terminal and Terminal 2. The space overall has a super clean and well done feel, with high ceilings, modern lighting, and really nice finishings. At check-in, there are self-serve kiosks, bag drop counters, and a priority line for passengers holding Southwest status or traveling on a business select fare. Southwest has helpful signage throughout the area to guide passengers through the check-in process. Proceeding first to the self-serve check-in kiosks, there was no line here, so I was able to walk right up. After scanning my passport, I printed off my boarding pass and baggage tag with no issue and secured it onto my checked bag. One of the perks of flying Southwest is that every passenger receives 2 complimentary checked bags, each weighing up to 50 pounds, regardless of the fare you purchase. Heading over to the counter for baggage drop next, here the agent verified my ID and took my checked bag. That was a super easy process. Now over to the security screening checkpoint. Before clearing security, let's take a peek at the departures board. I'll be on Southwest Flight 648 down to Burbank, scheduled for an on-time departure at 9:30 a.m. from gate B13. Security wasn't too busy, with the whole process taking about 10 minutes. Standing in the B gate area, heading right out of security will take you to gates B1 and B2, and then onwards to Concourse A of the International Terminal, and heading left will take you to the Concourse B pier with gates B3 through B27. My gate B13 is about a 5-minute walk from here. There's several shops, restaurants, and coffee spots as you work your way down the pier. Again, this whole area has the same modern, crisp feel as the check-in lobby, with more super high ceilings and well-designed lighting. An interesting note about flying Southwest is that there's no assigned seating on board, with seat selection working on a first-come, first-served basis. You can pick any open seat you want, meaning that how early you board the aircraft can be a big factor in deciding where you sit. Southwest boards their flights by assigned boarding position, with each passenger receiving a boarding group letter, either A, B, or C, and position number from 1 to 60. Group A is boarded first, starting with position 1 and working up to position 60, followed by groups B and then C. The boarding group you're assigned is based on a couple different factors. Travelers who purchase a business select fare are assigned positions A1 through A15, and following that, positions are assigned based on how early you check in before the flight. Traditional online check-in opens 24 hours before the flight, but travelers also have the option of purchasing early bird check-in, which automatically checks you in 36 hours before the flight departure time. That's 12 hours before everyone else. For this flight, I didn't purchase any early check-in add-ons, but checked in right at the 24-hour mark, which still landed me in position B18 and has me a little nervous about getting a window seat. Taking a look at the aircraft taking me to Burbank this morning, I'll be on board this 23-year-old Boeing 737-700 that was delivered new to Southwest in June of 2001. Southwest operates an all Boeing 737 fleet, with 379 737-700s as the largest operator of the type. They have a total of 815 Boeing 737s in total, with another 482 on order. The boarding process got underway with pre-boarding for passengers with disabilities, followed by Group A being called to line up at the numbered markers in the gate area. After Group A had cleared, it was time for Group B to line up. This is a surprisingly organized process compared to zone boarding on other airlines, and people generally seem to follow the instructions of only lining up when their group was called. Boarding the aircraft, Southwest 737-700s are in an all-economy configuration, with 143 standard seats in a 3-3 layout. Even for me, boarding in position B18, there were still tons of window and aisle seats available towards the rear of the plane. I picked out seat 18A, which is a window seat on the left side of the aircraft. In contrast to Southwest's newer Boeing 737 MAXs, the seats on these 737-700s have a much thicker, older design, with no adjustable headrests and a blue leather surface sticking to the Southwest theme color. The seats are 17 inches wide, and there's about 31 inches of pitch, which is fairly standard and plenty for me at a height of 5'10". There's space under the seat for storing baggage, with my large backpack fitting there easily, and also space in the overhead bins as well. Included on each Southwest ticket, passengers can bring one standard-sized carry-on bag and one personal item such as a purse or laptop bag. Taking a look around the seat, there's no in-seat entertainment provided, nor are there any AC or USB charging outlets. On the seat back in front, we have a tray table which flips out for use and is mounted on adjustable rails.
And after that, you're looking at single seats.
Below the tray table, there's a seat back pocket for storing the provided materials and any of your own items. Looking at what we have here, there's the safety information card for this aircraft type, an air sickness bag, and a booklet with the food and drink options available on today's flight, as well as instructions for connecting to the onboard Wi-Fi. The menu card lists all the drinks offered free of charge, which include water, juice, soft drinks, and tea and coffee, with premium beverages like beer, wine, and spirits available for purchase. Looking at the onboard Wi-Fi instructions, Southwest offers complimentary Wi-Fi access to view on-demand movies and TV shows, and music streaming through iHeartRadio, all from your personal device, as well as access to messaging services like iMessage and WhatsApp. If you want to browse further, Wi-Fi access can be purchased for $8 per device for the whole flight. On the overhead panel up above the seat, we have personal reading lights and adjustable air vents, along with an attendant call button for the row.
57 degrees down in Burbank. It is going to be bumpy on the way out of San Francisco area. So we've asked our flight attendants to remain seated for the first part of the flight. We'll try to get that seatbelt sign turned off.
Pushing back from the gate, flight time down to Burbank is just under an hour.
The light bulb, just press that button for a reading light.
Climbing away from San Francisco, the crew warned us before takeoff that this would be a bumpy departure and flight in general, and they weren't kidding. We got bumped around quite a bit on the climb out, and the crew are withholding starting their service until things smooth out. In the meantime, I pulled out my laptop to check out the onboard Wi-Fi. Connecting to the Southwest Wi-Fi network, you're redirected to their Wi-Fi platform page, where you can access information about your flight, the Wi-Fi connection options, and the free personal device entertainment. There's an in-flight map, a page with arrival information and connecting flights information onwards from Burbank, and weather info for our destination. From here, you can activate the free in-flight texting, as well as purchase a Wi-Fi pass. A-list preferred members and those traveling on a business select fare can access the Wi-Fi free of charge. Looking at the entertainment options, since there's no entertainment screens on board, Southwest offers a selection of movies, TV shows, and music that you can stream for free from your personal device. There's a good range of movies with quite a few new titles, there's live TV channels, as well as a selection of on-demand TV series, and finally, on-demand music playlists and podcasts. As we started to near Burbank, the turbulence continued and the crew announced that there would be no service on this flight because of it. Typically on this flight, the crew would offer complimentary water, juice, soft drinks, and tea and coffee, as well as a snack. Nonetheless, I'm still impressed by the Southwest experience with what feels like a full-fare airline at low-cost airline ticket prices. They're also known for their flexible change policies with no change fees on any ticket, and of course, 2 free checked bags for every passenger. The aircraft was a bit dated, but comfortable and relatively clean.
It's about perfect on arrival time. We're going in gate number 3. Weather down in Burbank, they've got some cloudy skies. Looks like 58 degrees. Winds from the south at about 10 miles an hour. Truly appreciate you.
We will leave a trash bag at the front of the plane as you deplane. If there's any trash you brought on board, like to dispose of it, we'll take it there. Again, please remain seated with seatbelts.
Welcome to Burbank. Please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened and your carry-on items stowed until we have come to a complete stop at the gate and the captain's turned off.
Touching down in Burbank, it's a super short taxi over to our gate. One of the beauties of flying into Burbank as opposed to LAX is that it's a much smaller airport and far quicker and easier to navigate, especially around the busy seasons. Disembarking onto the tarmac and heading into the terminal, it's a short 2-minute walk out to the exit where baggage claim is. Thanks for joining me for this trip report, and I hope you enjoyed it. Now talking about the experience overall, Southwest offers a pretty incredible product for hopping around the US, with flexible change policies on all tickets and 2 free checked bags for every passenger, along with no fees for carry-on bags. They have a simple model, but it's one that wins over passengers again and again, especially when comparing costs against some of the country's mainline carriers.